Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about something major that's unfolding in the case that has completely shaken both the music world and Hollywood, the D4D Tesla body case. If you've been following this story, you already know how bizarre and haunting it's become, but what we're learning now might just change everything. Because, believe it or not, D4D's landlord has just made a move that no one saw coming. And the timing of it? Let's just say it raises a lot of questions. So grab your tea, your snacks, and maybe even a notebook, because we're about to unpack how a landlord's bold decision could flip this entire case upside down.
To understand why this landlord's move matters, we have to go back to where it all started. It began with the horrifying discovery of a young woman's body, later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, found dismembered inside a Tesla that was impounded from a Hollywood tow yard. That Tesla? It was registered to the name of recording artist D4D, real name David Anthony Burke. He's best known for songs like Here With Me and Romantic Homicide, tracks that millions of fans adore for their emotion and depth. But no one expected his name to appear in connection with something so dark. Authorities confirmed the body had been inside that car for days, maybe weeks, before being found. And soon, questions started pouring in. Who was Celeste? How did her body end up in a car connected to a rising music star? And why did D4D suddenly go silent after the discovery?
Celeste was last seen alive in September 2024, according to footage that surfaced online. She was seen leaving a small recording studio in Los Angeles, purportedly the same area where D4vd was working on new material. Then, she vanished. Months later, in 2025, the car was impounded for unrelated reasons. Tow yard workers noticed a foul odor coming from the vehicle. When police investigated, they made the gruesome discovery. This case immediately made headlines, not just because of the horror of what happened, but because of how connected it seemed to D4vd's personal and professional life. And just as public speculation hit a fever pitch, D4vd made a move that confused everyone. He transferred 2 of his properties to his mother's name. Within days of media coverage intensifying, official property records showed that D4vd signed over ownership of 2 homes, both in his name, to his mother. Fans and legal analysts alike noticed this quickly. Some said it was a way to protect family assets in case of a lawsuit. Others claimed it looked like a guilty move, as if he knew something bigger was coming. But now, things have taken an even stranger turn, because, according to new reports, D4vd's landlord, the owner of another property he was allegedly renting, has just filed a legal notice related to his lease. And the details are wild.
So, what exactly did the landlord do? Sources claim that the landlord has officially terminated D4D's lease and filed for property damage claims, alleging that the space he rented was left in disturbing condition. Now, on its own, this might not sound shocking. Tenants get evicted or end leases all the time. But what makes this situation different is the timing and tone of the filing. The landlord's statement reportedly mentions that the unit had been abandoned abruptly and that personal items and materials related to an ongoing investigation were found inside. That line alone has set social media on fire, because if that's true, what exactly was left behind? And could it be connected to Celeste's death or the Tesla itself? Section 5. The Internet reacts. When the story broke, it went viral instantly. Fans of D4D flooded X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit with theories. Some said this was the final straw, that D4D was hiding something. Others defended him, saying landlords often exaggerate to gain leverage. One user wrote, "If the landlord really found evidence, why go public with it? That's suspicious too." Another said, "He transferred his houses, now the landlord's talking, something's about to explode." You can literally feel the tension online. It's like no one knows what's real anymore, and every small move D4D or his circle makes is being analyzed frame by frame.
As of now, police have not confirmed any direct connection between D4vd and Celeste's death, but they have acknowledged that he's been questioned multiple times and that certain items of interest were retrieved from locations tied to him. And guess what? Sources now believe the landlord's report may have been the trigger for that new round of questioning. That means the landlord's bold move might not have been random at all. It might have pushed investigators to dig deeper, possibly uncovering new details. If that's true, this landlord just changed the trajectory of the entire case.
Meanwhile, D4vd has gone completely silent. No social media posts, no appearances, no comments from his team, except a brief statement saying he's cooperating fully. But fans notice something else. His management company quietly removed his profile from their website. That's not something you do unless you're trying to create distance. So what's really going on? Is D4vd just laying low to protect himself from online chaos? Or is there something much deeper happening behind the scenes? Something his landlord might have accidentally exposed? Let's not forget, at the center of all this is Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her family has been begging for transparency. They've spoken in interviews about their frustration with the lack of clear updates, and they've openly questioned why certain individuals haven't been charged. Now that this landlord issue has surfaced, Celeste's relatives are reportedly demanding answers from police about whether any items from that property are being tested as evidence. Their grief is still raw, and their patience is running out. And if this new move brings the case back into public attention, it might finally pressure law enforcement to release more details.
So, what can we expect next? Police follow-up. If the landlord's claims hold weight, investigators might re-enter that property for a second sweep. Public statement. D4vd's team could be forced to address the controversy again, especially if fans demand clarity. Possible legal twist. The landlord's filing might become part of the court record, which means we could see official documents soon. And if that happens, it could finally give us hard facts, not just speculation. This story is evolving fast, and as more pieces come out, it's starting to look less like a coincidence and more like a chain reaction, one event triggering another, all orbiting around a single tragic case. Whether D4vd is guilty, innocent, or just caught in a terrible web of association, the truth will come out. Until then, we can only watch, analyze, and hope for justice for Celeste. What do you think about the landlord's bold move? Is this a sign that something bigger is about to break, or just another wild twist in an already messy story? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe because this case is far from over.